Yu-Gi-Oh! Mint.com is now TradingCardMint.com. Please check out their selection of over 20,000 cards with prices cheaper than TCG Player. If you like the playmat, it's a playmat for the ARG Circuit Series. I'd recommend checking out ARGCircuitSeries.com to see if you can find an event in your area to get your cool playmat and play some Cardfight Vanguard. I did not expect to be doing a Gear Chronicle deck profile anytime soon, but we spruced up the old baby and it was time to give it a whirl. So guys, TradingCardMint.com, down below in the description. We do a lot of work with them. We shout them out all the time. One fantastic store that you should be buying your trading card games from. Enter MCool40 on checkout. Save a little bit of money on your order. Sometimes something is better than nothing, honestly. If you're already going to make an order, well, you know, good job. So, you're also probably looking at this fantastic playmat. This is going to be a soon-to-be ARG event playmat for the holidays. So, something else to look forward to as well. So, Gear Chronicle. What has really changed? Well, we're soon to be getting Mystery Flare. Mystery Flare can let you take 3 turns. So basically what happens is you ride Mystery Flare, trigger the skill. It grants you the additional turn. You discard your whole hand at the end of the turn. And if you top deck a Stride Fodder, then you can stride into Heritage. And then Heritage, of course, will do his thing to trigger you additional turns. It's really cheeky. Taking 3 turns, I don't know if it's worth it. But I'm just to be honest with all of you, the fact that you can do that is really adorable. And I think even the concept of being able to do that will still make a cheesy replay every once in a while, but I don't think it's going to be, you know, all that great in the future. But this is what we've devised for current Gear Chronicle, for the current time being, for probably the best that we can come up with. So, remember, TradingCardMint.com, down below. Alright, so we're playing 4 copies of Chronojet Z, the best Strider that this deck has to offer. And honestly, I'm extremely happy that we still have this. The lack of ZTB support was very real. They didn't want to, I feel like, add too much into the fire. Ignoring ZTB for the time being was probably a very good call on Konami's part, but it also essentially kind of sucks because with the way that we dodged that bullet for now, you still gotta make some really weird calls when updating this list for the future. But 4 copies of Chronojet Dragon Z for the time being. Obviously, like, it's the... Do you play 4 of this in other grade 3s? That's up to some Luard players. I don't really like to live life that dangerously. Still playing 1 copy of G. I like that this can be an extra Stride Fodder. I also like that having the additional Chronojets in case I don't get to this does kind of fix certain situations. So that's one thing that I've found to be incredibly important when looking at this deck. And then, of course, I'm still playing the Snake. Gize is very, very, very annoying to deal with. And playing the Snake grants us a way to kind of get out of that counterblast deniability position that those Gize players put us in. Being able to... at one point I was playing 2 of these. Not anymore. But, once again, we need to be able to fix those situations. If I dropped this for anything, it would be another copy of... what is it? Mary Block? Yeah. Another copy of Mary Block. So, there is that. Now, for grade 2s. The hip Party Dragon himself, playing 4 copies of this. This is still the best grade 2 you have in your deck. Fundamentally acting as a 10k base, in addition to being able to call back another one of your friends to continue on along with your attack spree. If you have this set up with this, well, congratulations. Enjoy your second column attack with a rather large number. It's kind of something that Gear Chronicle has kind of had going for it for a while. Just being able to push those larger numbers is something that the deck needed. I mean, also extra attacks to at least get another 2 cards out of your opponent's hand for a counterblast is pretty good. 4 copies of Cruising Dragon. So now with double split Pegasus in the main deck, this will be a 13k attacker by itself. That was one of the issues that I was initially having with this deck, was I wanted a means to make sure that, oh no, we can touch the opponent, like, unboosted. It was the thing Gear Chronicle always had going for it, was the multiple attacks to force 5k, 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 5k from their hand. So now it just helps the aggro situation. So much, actually. Thank you, Double Split Pegasus. Really making my life better. And then 2 copies of Unicorn. Unicorn's value is being lost very heavily now that whatever I call from the deck won't necessarily be able to be full power and just attack unboosted. The thing I really liked about this deck was when you would do the combo attack of punch, punch, punch. Every little attack grazed your opponent was just one more pressure card that you got out of their hand, and Pegasus would recuperate that. In a situation like this now, though, you can Pegasus call something and then, you know, set up the additional column and move on along with your day. And then, of course, back to playing 2 copies of our good friend Manish. Honestly, you have to play her for the larger numbers now. It sucks that she does fucking dip out after her attack, but that's your trade-off for the extra power. And I don't see any reason for them to have not put that restriction on this. Being able to just get that super power up. I mean, resist is also pretty good. 4 copies of Perfect Guard. Honestly, you need to be playing this. GB2 recurability is really good. Now, if you get PG denied, well, that's just an incredibly bad situation. There's nothing that you can really do about it, but still the best PG recurability that this deck has going for it. Grade 1s, 4 copies of Jet Fuel. On boost, or at the end of the battle, Cardfight Vanguard, into the soul, draw a card. Free value. Just deck thinning to make sure that you can get to more resources. That's what I want to see in this deck. So, honestly, it's not too damn bad for general card design. Like, I think this is fine. Stride Fodders, we have 4 copies of this. One of the things I really enjoyed doing was calling this on the first turn, dumping the jet into the graveyard so we could get the extra attack. But now that things are 8k, you know, we have to play life differently. Some of the advantages that this deck had for its aggro ability have kind of slowed down, but still, Stride Fodders, really, really cute. And then 3 copies of our boy Mary Block Dragon. I did want to play 4, and I've seen some lists that were playing 3. As long as you can get to it, it's fine. You just can't be stupid with these fundamentally when you're playing them. I understand it's an additional stride fodder at times too, but just weird situations come up. Starter, of course, Chronodran Z. 4 copies of Heal Triggers. 4 copies, 8 copies of crits. I'm probably going to gut this for a bigger trigger value. 3 copies of Mr. Hypnosis. And we're back on the Vainglory Cat. I found myself wanting Kitty Cat more now than ever, strictly because of the defense play. Being able to turn your jet into a 21k base to deflect some of the rather large stuff that you might have coming with you will let you survive larger turns. That's something that, like, we have found that we've needed just as a resource that has to play 11Ks. Now, G-Zone, 2 copies of Avenir Phoenix. Still my aggressor. I like doing this on first stride, calling out as many dudes as we want for the situation and just bursting down our opponent. Now, one of the things we do need to change is the playstyle, because sometimes Avenir's not going to be the best way to go about it now. 2 copies of Split Pegasus forces me into the other mentality now. I can't be as aggro with this deck as I want to, because you do need to get 2 of these up. Start turning your lions into 13Ks. Because when that heritage turn is coming, you're good. 2 copies of Restandy McDragon. Nothing too explanatory needed with him. 1 copy of Altered for that additional stride. 1 copy of Mystery Freeze. Yeah, deniability to Gize is pretty good. 1 copy of Chronovisor Heritage. I like free turns. I don't know about my opponents. 1 copy of Sabreeze, just to make sure in case deniability. I mean, we still have it. We may as well play it. 1 copy of Dusto. And then 1 copy of Heteroram. 1 copy of Rafana. I mean, obviously, defense play here. Like, may as well. 1 copy of Uluru for Super G-Guardians. And 2 copies of this shoe. Just kind of make sure that, like, we get into the bigger chrono turn. Like, literally, it's what our deck wants to do. Heritage Turbo. Nothing's really changed. Just a little bit more defense value. So, guys, please check out tradingcardmint.com down below in the description. Enter MCO40 on checkout. Save you guys yourselves a little bit of money. Alright, guys, I'm out. Peace.